Hello everyone, we're about ready for paint on the Ninja Turtle, and the first thing I'm going to do is the largest piece, which is this turtle shell, and we're going to try to match the NECA figure here with the color they use, which I've looked and watched the movie and looked at various screen use suits, and that matches pretty good. It's pretty close, so I'm going to use this kind of as, I guess, as a paint template and try to match it the best I can. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a base coat of brown satin primer. I'm just going to use this Rust-Oleum. This will be a base coat, so we have the underlying browns, and then we're going to start to layer it and build up the layering with acrylic paints, probably a little bit of airbrushing. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this base coat on. Shake for about a minute, and then we'll lay this baby down. So we still have a lot of work to do, but the base coat is on. And this is the part, guys, in your builds where it's really rewarding to see everything really come together. I've spent countless hours just on this one piece, sanding it, gluing it, trying to make it look as seamless as possible. And when you put that first coat of paint on and you see all the detail pop and come out, it's so satisfying to know that the hard work, it wasn't in vain. Still a lot of work to do. We need to start layering acrylics and really bringing out the color. Now that we got our brown base coat on the shell, we're gonna try to get a closer look to what's seen here on this NECA Ninja Turtle, which is extremely close to the movie, the screen use suits. I went ahead and mixed up some acrylic paint so I could start layering with airbrush this turtle shell. You can see I kind of started down here just testing some acrylics, but we're going to start building this up with browns, greens, lighter browns, and all kinds of different colors just to get it as close as we can to that, and then we'll seal it with an acrylic sealer and call it good. So let's go ahead and start layering it. So for the paints, guys, I just use this cheap apple barrel paint that you can get at Walmart. It's readily available, it's incredibly cheap, and to be honest, to me, it's just as good as the expensive stuff when you properly mix it right. I'll tell you the trick here is just using some distilled water, not your normal bottled water. You want to go get a gallon of distilled water from your local grocery store. I got this at Brookshire's out here in the country, but Walmart has it. You can get distilled water anywhere. So yeah, that's the secret. That's what I use to mix these up and get them as thin as you're liking, pretty much. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up these. I think a mixture of these colors right here get kind of what's seen on the NECA Turtle. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys that tip, and I'm gonna go ahead and start layering. I'm gonna go ahead and pour our acrylic paint in. I like to go about halfway, and then I can add more as I go. One thing you also want to do is add in a little bit of like 90% isopropyl alcohol to the mixture of your distilled water and your acrylic paint. That will really help and prevent your airbrush from clogging. I totally forgot to mention that. So yeah, just a little bit of alcohol really goes a long way and will help with your airbrushing. paint is still drying, as you can see there. But as we start putting the coat on, this is the first coat. It goes on really light. It's not really the thickest paint, but after a few more coats, it's really gonna start to build up and we're gonna get that movie screen accurate look that we're looking for. This is a couple layers, guys, of the paint that I showed you. As you can see, it's really starting to look good. I'm gonna keep building these layers up and we're gonna keep getting closer and closer. I really wanted to show you my process in doing this, so if you guys decide to paint your own turtle shell, you kind of have an idea. There's not really a whole lot of information out there. Of course, my method is not going to be perfect, but we're going to try to get it as close as we can. So I wanted to stop right here in between some of the layers I'm doing and show you guys the different color paints that I'm using. So I'm using kind of like a light brownish green, a just regular kind of chocolate brown, a dark black and brown mix. So it's this color mixed with black just to get some darker highlights, and a lighter brown here. So yeah, you just gotta layer these colors, and if I see something off, I continue to mix colors until I kind of get my desired liking. We're starting to get there, guys. It's really starting to fill in and layer up. It's looking really good. Some of the paint is still drying, but we're almost where we want to be, just a little bit more. I'm sorry I keep interjecting, but I want to take you guys along so you can see what it takes to really start building it up and getting the colors that we want. These acrylics are super cheap, guys. I think they're like 50 cents or $1 at Walmart. And look at the result you get. Of course, we have to seal this with acrylic sealer, but super easy as well. We're gonna paint the front chest plate as well. I already got the acrylics mixed. We're kind of using like this sunset yellow color mixed with some browns. But again, this is gonna have to be layered quite a bit to get the color we want. I'm gonna go ahead and just lay down the base coat. So I think we got the color down pretty good on the chest plate. It's kind of like a yellowish, lightish, darkish yellowish. I kind of highlighted it with different shades of yellow throughout. And now I'm kind of adding in the darker brown accents right here on the ribs. And I'm just using a chocolate brown acrylic paint here. You can see it here. Melted chocolate mixed with some distilled water and some alcohol. And we're just gonna add in those highlights and those accents here. You can kind of see the different shades of browns, lighter with darker yellows that I was trying to achieve. Again, we just got to seal it. When you seal it, it brings out the colors and the accents a lot more. But I think it's pretty much where I like it. I think it looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and seal it with some acrylic sealer here. This is just going to seal the existing acrylic paint. If I were to put water on this right here, it would come right off. So make sure if you're using acrylic paints to paint your Ninja Turtle that you seal it so you can keep it sealed and waterproof so that water won't wipe it off anymore. You could already see when you put that acrylic on, it brings out those colors a lot better. Whereas here it looks kind of dull and dry, but this gives it a nice little sheen and brings all the paint out. You ain't got to go too crazy with it. A little goes a long way. So right here you can see some of the yellow accents. This is so when it kind of comes into the chest plate, it sort of matches. I've noticed on some turtles they have it more or less than others, but that's what I tried to do here. There's not really a whole lot of reference, so you got to make do with what you got. There we go. Now you see all those colors popping once you start to seal it. So remember that it's gonna look a little faded and dry, but once you add a sealer on, it's gonna bring out all that color that you layered on. And there we go, man. That looks just like the screen used turtle shell. Very, very happy with it. I'm gonna continue on with the chest plate, get that sealed up, and then we're gonna start moving on to the body pieces of the turtle that you see kind of scattered everywhere here in my workshop slash garage. So yeah, let me show you how I do the chest plate. We got the shell and the chest plate all done up. I wanted to knock the shell out first just because it's the largest piece. It's the most surface space and bulk of the turtle build. So I wanted to get it over with so I don't have to worry about it no more. And it's amazing. It's perfect. For me, it's perfect. The chest plate as well, I think I pretty much nailed it in terms of colors and shades. Again, guys, once these are sealed, you can go ahead and add washes and dirty them up, weather them up as needed. I'm probably honestly just gonna leave it as is. I hope that video helped you. I hope it gave you an idea of how to paint a turtle shell or a Ninja Turtle, at least in this portion of it. There's not really a whole lot of information and stuff out there. So again, hope this video helps, and we're on to the next one. We're really gonna start nailing the body pieces of the turtle suit. So thank you guys for watching, and we're on to the next one.